it's day 12. I'm losing track of the days of our 2-week Mediterranean cruise on the Arvia. We're at sea today, just past the Straits of Gibraltar, and now we're off the southwest coast of Portugal, and we'll be heading north up the western side of Portugal to Vigo. So again, it's another sea day. This is an unplanned sea day. We should have been at Cadiz today, but we're going to have a lazy day again, just chilling out. And we thought we'd order breakfast in our room, and very nice it is too. So we're going to chill out. Cheers. Yeah, so you can order breakfast in your cabin. It's called Rise and Dine. It's complimentary, but you pay a £2.50 delivery charge, and it's just complimentary stuff like yogurts, fruit, pastries, cereals, that sort of thing. You select a time you want it delivered, but it's quite handy. Want to have a lie in and have a lazy morning. We've enjoyed it. I think it's going to be a nice day today. So we've come to the Meridian restaurant again, main dining room tonight, and we're just going to have a look at the menu and order us food. So we'll show you what the menu's like. Busy in here tonight. Starters have arrived. Miss Carolina's got, what have we got, darling?
A duck with some, can't remember the sauce.
It's duck breast though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got grilled sardine, sardine, not sardines. I've got one measly sardine on a piece of minute toast. Josh has got grilled Caesar salad. It's alright, I've had that Caesar salad, it's nice.
Cream cheese and egg.
Then, Miss Stanley.
I've got sea bream with prosciutto, with lentils.
Oh yeah, that's alright. Me and Josh have got this, quite a decent portion for a change. Pork rack with potatoes.
That pork.
But Josh has got the biggest portion, I think. Look at that. Huge, isn't it? Look at that. Doing alright there, Josh. Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Tuck in. So I've ordered the lemon sponge.
Oh, my God.
That chocolate brownie. Wow. And we've got extra ice cream again. Extra ice cream. More ice cream. And chocolate brownie, look at that. That looks good, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Had a lovely meal tonight, Meridian. I have to say it was, I think after all the issues of the first week of the cruise, the queuing and everything, that seems to have disappeared. You pretty much get away with about half an hour, 40 minutes in the virtual queuing, so that's great. Portion size is still a bit small, but the food's really tasty. I mean, me and Josh had pork rack tonight, or pork ribs.
Yeah, but I wanted that as well.
And honestly, it was delicious. Really, really nice. Really flavourful, tasty. So it's got better as the holiday's gone on. Can't knock it really, to be honest. Yeah, it's improved as the holiday's gone on. So don't let us early videos put you off about the morning of the queuing system. It's got better. They seem to have sorted it out. And it's quite impressive now, to be honest. Feels good. Everything's tasty. Service good. It's all good. Day 13 of our 2-week Mediterranean cruise on the Arvia, and we've arrived at Vigo, which you can see behind me. It's a replacement port. We should have gone to Cadiz yesterday, but we had a sea day, so we've come to Vigo instead. So it's our last port day before we set sail for Southampton. Partly cloudy. It's warm though, it's not cold, but it's partly cloudy, so the sunshine hopefully will come out later on. So we've had us breakfast. Now we're going out to explore Vigo. So welcome to Vigo. Very busy. Thank you. Climbed up different levels from where we first left the ship, where all the shops are and everything. And then we've come to this little park area. It's quite a climb, but the views are quite spectacular. You can see the whole of Vigo, so I'll show you that now. Found his way to Castro Park, which is quite a big park, but it's on a series of steep steps overlooking Vigo, and it's quite a steep climb. We're absolutely shattered now, aren't we? We're all sweaty. It's quite humid today. We've had a water break, and now we're heading back down to the main part of Vigo, where all the shops and cafes and bars are. But a lovely area. So if you come into Vigo and you're fit and mobile, there's lots of steps to climb. I recommend you come to this park. There's some good views as well, the harbour area. Castro Park it is. Just get a map. When you come off the ship, there's people handing out maps for free. So just get a map and then you can work your way to it, but it is a bit of a climb. So come to the main high street now in Vigo. This is where all the shops are. Very busy. And the sun's come out. And Caroline's found a new friend. What's he looking at, Caroline?
He's got some at the end of his finger.
Vigo, I don't know what to make of it. It looks a bit run down and some of the buildings are a bit old and lots of graffiti and stuff like that, but actually it's not a bad place. There's plenty of like modern shops and cafes. It's very busy and there's lots of like bespoke sort of independent shops as well. Yeah, it's better than you think. On the surface of it, it looks a bit grotty and a bit dirty, but it's alright. Quite like it. Nice vibrant little town, is it, or a city? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, Vigo. We've enjoyed it. Obviously we'd have preferred to go to Cadiz, but we couldn't go there unfortunately because of the weather. The weather's nice as well. The sun's just come out and it's quite pleasant now. It's about 20 degrees. Yeah, Vigo. Recommend it. Found a local bar off the main square. There's nobody here really. It's more authentic, isn't it? And they've given us some snacks. What are them snacks like? Yeah.
Yeah, they're like warm chips. Aren't they?
Yeah.
Some sort of sauce.
Slowly coming to an end on our Mediterranean cruise on the Arvia. This is a series of vlogs documenting the 2 weeks. This is one of the videos, part of the series of vlogs that we've done. There you can see the ship behind me. She looks very grand. We're currently docked at Vigo in the west coast of Spain. We'll be leaving this evening back to Southampton, I'm afraid. So this is our last stop for this trip. So we're going back onto the ship now. Black tie night. Second week of the Mediterranean cruise on the Arvia. We're just about to go down to Meridian Restaurant for our black tie evening celebration. Come and join us. We're just about to go downstairs. And to the Meridian Restaurant, we've got a 5-course dinner booked. So we're just about to go down. And here she is, look. Looking ravishing.
Yes. Got my face on, done my hair, got my dress.
Champagne in hand. Look at her. Perfection. Time to go down. We'll see you down there. So we've just got our amuse-bouche, which is watermelon and cucumber gazpacho. There she is, look. Oh yeah. There's Josh. There he is, not looking smart. Josh has got the ham hock terrine, which looks great, doesn't it? We've got the king prawns with a, so I think it's like a mango salsa. And Caroline's got the same. Yeah, mango salsa.
Something emulsion.
Yeah. So our next course has arrived. It's like a white onion soup. Is it not? Pea soup. We think it's a white onion, maybe a pea soup as well. Right. So this is our third course. What you got? Turbot with a parmesan crust, is it? That's good. Me and Caroline have got a school dinner. We've got lamb, mashed potato and peas. It's like back at school. Yeah. Mint sauce, yeah. Look at that, a chocolate trio.
Oh my god.
With ice cream.
Oh yeah, baby. We're partying tonight.
What's Caroline got?
Strawberry sorbet with a vanilla cream and raspberry nougat and an extra orange sorbet. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's warm, but it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, strawberry sorbet.
Day 14, another sea day. It's our last day, unfortunately, on this 2-week Mediterranean voyage on the ARVIA. It's our last full day. We're at Southampton tomorrow. We'll be arriving there about 6:30 in the morning. So again, it's another day at sea. We're just crossing the Bay of Biscay off the west coast of France, heading back to Southampton. It's not too bad today. It's going to be nice and sunny. It's a bit cool at the minute, but I think it'll be warm this afternoon. And it's there's about a metre swell, but it's not too bad. There's not that much movement on the ship. So there won't be too much filming today because it's just another sea day. So we're just going to chill out, get some breakfast, go to a few activities and maybe just relax around the pool. So we'll see you later. So we've come to the glass house on deck 7 in the atrium, and this is Jose Pizarro's restaurant where you can get tapas. And Ollie, what's it called?
I want to say Ollie Mers. It's not Ollie Mers, is it?
No.
Ollie something.
Ollie off the TV anyway, sat in the kitchen. He does his wines here. So we'll have a look at the menu. Yeah, so it's Ollie Smith does the wine. He's off the TV and Jose Pizarro does the food. We'll look at the menu. Oh, there he is. We've met him. He did a demonstration, didn't he? On the first day we were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. So you can get 3 tapas for $10.50. So it's an extra cost, this restaurant. And they've got wine suggestions there. Or you can go for bigger plates. You get 3 dishes there for £14. So our food's arrived. We've got an omelette. That's the Iberico ham.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. This was top quality. Lamb cutlets, some tomato bread, and then we don't know what this is. But it's just got delivered. Right, tomato.
Yeah.
This round of tapas were that good. We've ordered some more. We've got scallops. Look at those prawns, unbelievable. And more lamb cutlets.
Those are tiger prawns.
Yeah, they're massive, aren't they? lovely lunch in the glass house on deck 7. So if you come to the Arvia or the Iona, recommend it. It's very good food actually, good quality produce, and had a cracking lunch. It was 3 tapas for £10.50, and it was lovely what we had. So if you come to Vistas on deck 6 in the atrium, you can get your morning newspaper and crossword.
Oh, Sudoku.
Oh, Britain Today, Sudoku and crossword. So we're just going down for dinner. We're all packed, ready for disembarkation. So you've got 2 choices basically. You do a scheduled disembarkation or an express. So express means you can just pack your case and then you leave by 8 o'clock tomorrow, between 6:30 and 8 AM. So you keep your cases in your room and then you just leave the ship. Or you can do a scheduled disembarkation. We have to leave your cases outside the cabin the night before you go to bed, and then you get a designated disembarkation time we have to meet, and then you leave the ship at that time. But I think we're choosing to leave the cabin before 8 AM in the morning, just so we can get straight off. It's a lot easier. So we're not going to the Meridian restaurant tonight for his meal. We're just going to get a buffet at the Horizon tonight, just because it's easier, because it's our last night. This is the Horizon restaurant, which is the buffet on deck 16. And they have different themes each night. I think tonight is British. And you've got like Lancashire hot pot. No. And they do carveries, British classics, vegetarian and vegan options, the bakery section, moussaka, gnocchi. You can get cold cuts and salads. This is your British stuff here, look. You can get lamb there tonight. Desserts. Diet counter. More desserts. Cheese and biscuits if you want. More salad stuff. So, you know, it's a good selection really. You can get sandwiches, look. Around the ship you see these little sort of pictures or sculptures on the walls, and they're actually colour coded. So red means the back of the ship, the aft. Silver is midship, and then green is the front of the ship. So it's a nice little tip that if you get lost on the ship, you can try and find your way around by using the colours on the back of the walls as you climb up the stairs. A long walk back to the room from the back of the ship to the front. We caught you. We knew we were going to do that. See you later.
Talented, the wonderful Liz Jones and Taylor Swift!
Well, we made it back to Southampton, and we have to leave the cabin by 8 AM. It's always the saddest day of the holiday, so we're just about to close the suitcases and leave the cabin. We're leaving the ship, we've got his luggage. It was a bit of a nightmare with the lift, so there was a massive queue for the lift. We obviously had to use the lift because we had his luggage, but everybody else was doing the same. It took about 20 minutes to get a lift that was empty enough for us to get in. We've made it, now we're leaving the ship. It's time to leave Southampton and sadly say goodbye to Arvia in the background there. It's been a wonderful 2-week cruise. Stay tuned and we'll give you a quick summary of what we think of Arvia and the actual holiday. Remember, if you like this kind of thing, please like and subscribe to our channel. It will help the channel to grow and improve our content. But thanks for watching for now, but stay tuned for a summary of the holiday. Hello, we're back off this cruise. So this is just be a quick summary of our experience on 2 weeks on the Arvia. It was a nice ship, very big ship. I think it's the flagship of the fleet. It belongs to P&O with the sister ship Iona. You'll do a lot of walking.
Yeah. Which is a good thing because you're doing a lot of eating, so you want to do a lot of walking.
You'll get a lot of steps in. So, but the ship was lovely. Can't fault the ship itself. The embarkation process when we got to Southampton was fine as well. I think we got there 15 minutes before our boarding time, and we got pretty much straight in, didn't we?
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there, don't get me wrong, and there was a lot of queuing, but it was moving.
What we didn't know about as well is they took your picture again. So even if you do it like what we did.
I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, because we did it at home, didn't we? The passport photos.
Yeah.
Then they also take you at the check-in desk. So yeah.
But no, it was smooth. It was busy. There was a lot of people. I thought we were going to be there for ages, but we got through in about 15-20 minutes through the check-in and the security. And I think we were on the ship pretty much on time. But you know, the boarding time that it says on your ticket, we were there. Then we went straight to the Keys restaurant. We got some lunch.
Yeah.
And I think we got into the room about 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Cases were there, as you've probably seen on the first video. So it was great. The check-in process were fine. No problems at all. Just bear in mind, we went in the school holidays. So it was the Easter holidays. So it was pretty much at full capacity, the ship.
But the Easter holidays for us was slightly earlier.
Yeah.
Which, you know, some schools hadn't finished, but it was still busy with kids, weren't it?
It was busy, yeah.
Because a lot of passengers were saying, "Oh, we didn't think it was school holidays," but you know, it was early.
Well, somebody said there were about 1,500 kids on there.
No.
So that was a slight downside to the holiday. It was on a sea day in particular. It was extremely busy on the ship, particularly in the pool areas and the sunbeds. I think we struggled to get in the pool, didn't we, sometimes on a sea day. The tip that we'll give you is when you get to a port, is probably do the pool bit then in the morning, because a lot of people get off first thing in the morning and visit the port. So that's the quiet time. So if you want to enjoy the pool, that's a good time to do it, isn't it? So I'm just going to talk about pools and sunbeds. I've done that. The cabin. So we were on deck 12. Pretty much near to the front of the ship, a balcony, standard balcony cabin, and it were fine.
Yeah.
We didn't have any problems, did we, with that cabin? Quiet location. Yeah, I can't really fault it.
I mean, we had the sofa converted to a bed on an evening because we wanted it as a sofa during the day, because some stewards would just keep it as a bed all the time, which we didn't want. So if you specify that when they come round, and if you wanted an ice bucket, tell them.
Yeah, they'll bring an ice bucket for you if you tell them. Yeah. Yeah, but then we couldn't fault it. Cabin steward were great, weren't she?
Yeah, but she wasn't really ours from the beginning.
Oh, it changed.
I think we had it.
Yeah.
Don't forget when we boarded, it was a new crew as well.
Yeah.
So they had
We'll talk
teething
about
issues.
that in a minute, yeah.
But yeah. But
So that was fine. Restaurants, we mainly ate in the Meridian, which is the main dining room, which is included in your cruise fare. And at the start of the holidays, you've probably seen on the first couple of videos, it was extremely chaotic. The booking system was horrendous. Well, we couldn't book, first of all. You could do an early booking between 5:30 and 6 or 6:30, and that was always sold out.
Yeah.
So you had to go into the queue. What would they call it now?
Virtual queue.
Virtual queuing.
And there you would stay.
And the first few nights,
it was very slow.
it could have been an hour and a half, hour and 3/4 before we even got a table. And we ended up missing a couple of shows, didn't we?
A lot of people don't have smartphones, so how would they would have to physically book on desk. But they want you to, but if they don't have an app to do that, a phone.
So that was disappointing. That was the first real moan of the holiday, really. So we ended up missing a couple of shows because of that, because we weren't eating till like 8:30 at night. And you're constantly checking your phone.
Because a lot of families
see how you are in the queue,
were in this queue, and they've got younger children, and you know they were eating very late. These young kids, weren't they? And
we think it's like you've just said earlier. It was the first cruise of this new itinerary. It had just come back from the Caribbean.
And they had a changeover.
And they had a changeover of staff, we were told. And that's what caused it, we think. A few staffing issues at the beginning of the holiday. And I'm pleased to say it did improve as the holiday went on. So definitely in the second week, we didn't have to queue as long to get a table. So it did get better. It was just that first few days.
I think they didn't have enough staff to get round everywhere, and I think they pulled our steward, and he was helping out. We saw him in the restaurant, didn't we?
Yeah, he was, wasn't
he?
he?
So that's why we had the lady steward, you know, because that guy we had in the afternoon, he was helping out in the restaurant.
But when we walked in, there were like loads of empty tables, which was bizarre.
Because they didn't have enough staff to man them, so they couldn't.
Anyway, that did get better, so don't let that put you off. In terms of food, we had the best meals we had, I think, was the first celebration night. That was cracking, that, weren't it? And we ate at the Olive Grove a couple of times. That was really nice.
And Green & Co.
Green & Co was fantastic. Recommend that, Green & Co. You must go there. The vegan thing, don't let that put you off if you're a meat eater, because you can eat meat as well. It's a combination, isn't it? You can have vegan and meat. And the 6th Street Diner, that were good.
If you can get in there.
Yeah, we managed to get in there. Very, very busy though, very popular, that one, so you will have to book.
It doesn't open until late morning,
for brunch, But we had an evening meal in there, and it was nice. So overall, the food was excellent. It was very tasty. Portion sizes, as you've seen on some of the videos, but were very small. Ridiculously small sometimes.
Some people have said, well, order more. But to me, that's a bit greedy. You're not going to say, well, I want that starter and that starter and what. You
can order whatever you want, basically, but we didn't. We just stuck to the menu.
The trouble is, if you customise your dinner like you would do for breakfast, because you have various options for breakfast, if you come to do that at dinner time, you put in more pressure. I know you shouldn't think like that, but you're putting in more pressure to get, because what will happen then is you don't get it customised on your plate. You say you want this, this and this. They bring it out on separate plates, don't they?
Yeah.
So even at breakfast, if you say I want hash browns with me eggs Benedict, it comes out separately.
Well, that didn't. We had the hash brown didn't.
Something I ordered.
You ordered
something,
out
separate, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens at evening meals. So you're putting them under pressure if you're asking it, customising, and I want this, this, and this.
Somebody have said it's it's to do with food waste. They're trying to reduce food waste. That's why they're giving you smaller portions. I mean, not a problem on Celebration Night because you get like 5 courses, so it's enough. You know, you feel like you've had enough. But some nights we're like still hungry. So that was a minor gripe, but the food great overall, really tasty. Even in the Horizon, you know, we didn't go there very often, but when we did go, what we had was quite tasty. So the food overall was fine for me.
But if you go to the Horizon, I prefer to sit down at the restaurant, which is what we did.
Yeah, we prefer that.
I don't like the Horizon because you're queuing
really
and
busy.
it's chaotic and it's not for me.
The Keys is better, I thought. It's a bit more relaxed in the Keys. Still busy, but...
You're queuing even for water station at Horizon, aren't you?
Yeah, it can get mega busy,
There's people really slow, filling up one glass when I was taking 2 glasses with
the ports that we visited, so this is the part of the cruise that I particularly enjoyed, is going all to different places, so you go to sleep, you wake up, you're somewhere else. It's great. It's what cruising is all about.
Sunrises in the morning.
Ports were great. The only one we were disappointed on was the last Seyne-sur-Mer in France.
Yeah.
There wasn't much there, was there?
Which they were trying to tell us that, weren't they? Because they were pushing.
They were trying to push it, but
Toulon tour.
Yeah. So that was a little bit disappointing, but the rest of it was fine. And, you know, Barcelona, fantastic. Even Alicante, which surprised us. We thought it was going to be a little bit like Benidorm. But it was all right. So the ports were great. We enjoyed that. You know, just getting off, walking around, doing his own thing. We didn't get any excursions or anything like that.
No, but you don't have to go for the P&O.
No, just do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. Just get off.
What were it for Toulon? It would. What were it now? €20?
Yeah, but we found out you could get a taxi for like €4 or some off water taxi or something.
No, water taxi,
yeah,
a lot cheaper.
Just do your own thing.
So don't be put under pressure with, you know, the cruise liners to do their...
And the shuttle buses, we had to pay for that because we were a select, early saver.
Yeah.
If you're a select customer, the shuttle buses are free, but because we were early saver, we had to pay for the shuttle buses. But there were about 2 or 3 places, I think it were Malaga, Alicante, where you could just walk.
Yeah.
We didn't know that initially, but we walked back to the ship.
Definitely Malaga.
Yeah. So you can save, if you're mobile, you're all right to walk, you can save yourself a bit of money. You can it's about a 15-minute walk, weren't it? From the port into the main city. So just be aware of that with the shuttle buses. Entertainment, what do we think of that? Mixed, I would say. It was all right.
What would you expect?
I
think there was some good acts.
There were a couple of singers we weren't bothered about, but then there was one that was brilliant. That was Ruben Anthony.
Oh yeah.
It did like soul music, Lionel Richie and Stevie Wonder.
It's my kind of music. So.
They were very good, good voice.
Yeah.
We met him afterwards. He was a nice chat, weren't he? And then the Take That thing, that was good. Greatest Days were it.
Yeah.
Like a West End style musical type thing. And that was really enjoyable, weren't it? It was really good.
It weren't what I was thinking, but it was.
Yeah. I think it could be a bit better in the daytime. There weren't much to do on a sea day in terms of activities.
We kind of got hooked on bingo.
Yeah. We did bingo a few times, which we're not really bingo people, but it was all right.
There was just one guy in particular, they called him Byron. Byron?
I don't know.
Was
He was good though,
it was so
Quite
good,
funny,
weren't
weren't
he? He had all the, you know, the spiel that they
And
give.
you could win up to £500. I want it more than that.
More?
Or 5,000.
5,000, yeah.
Oh yeah, but somebody did win 500, I think, which is quite a lot of money, isn't it? So
yeah.
And we watched.
And they give you the prize money there and then
just
in
in cash, yeah, you get it
they
there
just
and then.
come with a big fan of cash, don't they? There you go.
We saw Deal or No Deal. That was all right in the Headliners Theatre. So it was all right. It was all right. It just could have done a bit more, I think, on the sea days in terms of activities. So I don't know. It was all right. Activities. We didn't really do anything else, did we?
I just wanted to chill out, but where you wanted to chill out was just rammed. That were really the only thing. And because we'd got, you know, Joshua is at that age where he didn't want to go to teenage club. That's another thing. It would come because he's at the younger end, and there were a lot of older teenagers there, so he didn't feel comfortable, I think, which was unfortunate. So he didn't make use of that. And then the other, he didn't have the internet.
We didn't have an
Because
internet
we didn't
package,
have the
no.
internet package.
No,
It
too
was stuck
expensive.
then. So you've took the screen away from him. He got nowhere to go.
Yeah, we had films. We had the TV's pretty good in the room.
TV
You can watch
in the
films
room.
in
You
your
don't
room.
stay in your cabin all day, do you?
No, no.
And you know, if you're not a sun worshipper.
I mean, for me, it was more about the ports. I don't think I'd do a 2-week cruise again.
what I
too
didn't
long.
like was the 2 days at sea.
Yeah, with the sea days that
It's
got
too
us.
much.
Yeah, the consecutive
And
sea
we had
days.
2 sets of those, didn't we?
Yeah. So I prefer the exploring bit of it, seeing the different places. So the sea days, we didn't enjoy as much. We were struggling for things to do towards the end, weren't we? But yeah, that was all right. What else was there? I think that was it, weren't it?
What about?
Anything?
Um,
Disembarkation.
well,
We chose to do express, didn't we? So basically, that is
so
when
we've done both, haven't we? We've
In the
done
past,
it where
yeah.
we've stuck to us, you know, or is it?
and
what's
you
it
just
called?
you're waiting around, aren't you, for ages
You
sometimes.
can either wait for your slot,
Yeah,
which we've had the very last slot, haven't we?
yeah.
And couldn't find us cases in the big hall of people, a big mass of people, and our cases were in the middle of like a football's, you know.
So this time we kept his cases in his room.
Yeah.
We were out by 8 o'clock, weren't we?
the only downside is
Lifts. Oh.
the lift.
Because a lot of people were doing the same thing, and because you've got loads of luggage, there was a massive queue for the lifts. It took
There were
ages,
just that
didn't it?
people going for breakfast as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes the lifts bypass the floor, even though you've pressed
Yeah.
the button. It goes whoosh.
It was like
And
25 minutes, I think, to get a lift.
When the lift did come, it was full
I know.
every time.
Oh yeah, we had to wait a while,
Yeah,
didn't
so it were.
we? Yeah, it was all right.
But that was the only thing.
Yeah, we were off by 8 o'clock.
Once we got down, we were straight out. We
Yeah.
had no having to search for his cases like before, where we had to,
Yeah.
you know.
So overall, we enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than Caroline. You didn't really relax, did you, as much? But yeah, P&O, they're all right. They're just more of a budget end of cruising.
Too many people for me. I
Um,
think it's because the size of the ship. You've got more
Massive
people
ship,
on there,
Massive.
plus crew,
But we've been on Royal Caribbean, haven't we?
and that's what spoilt us, I
And
think.
They're like a next level up.
Yeah.
Royal Caribbean are
The
really
service
good.
is different.
Yeah.
The crew seem a lot more friendlier
Yeah,
and
yeah.
smiley and everything.
There's more activities and stuff.
They don't
isn't
look
there?
as stressed out as
But
what
it's
the
more
crew.
expensive.
Yeah.
Although we didn't talk about the wine package,
No.
which was good, but for some reason,
It's not advertised that well either, is it?
yeah, for some reason, the bottles of wine, they only come from the main dining room. We thought we could just go to any bar on the ship and order a bottle of wine off this list that we get.
There's two different menus, isn't
We
there?
went for the captains, didn't we?
But there's also the connoisseur.
Yeah, we went for the captain. No, Commodore.
Commodore. All right.
So you get you get vouchers for a bottle of wine, and you pick what bottle you want. That's great, and if you're in the main dining room.
Comes in a little book of vouchers. You tear one off.
But sometimes we wanted a glass of wine before his meal, so we go to a bar on any deck, order the bottle, say, oh, we haven't got that one, sir. We have got to go to the main dining room to get the bottle. So you're like
the
waiting.
first bar we went in was Anderson's bar, and he said, oh yeah, we only have 2 options off that captain's menu in here. We stock the house wine and the Prosecco, that's it.
Yeah.
So if you wanted one of the others, you couldn't get it, because that was Anderson's bar.
Yeah.
He said it's only really the restaurants that stock the full menu of it.
But the
Full
wine
list.
was nice, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Lovely wine,
Yeah.
absolute. Can't fault the wine. It's worth doing because we found that we saved money that way.
Yeah.
Because it's more expensive to buy a bottle on board, I think, rather than prepaying
And
it.
you're not adding your wine to your onboard spend.
You've already paid
You've
for
already
it.
prepaid for that.
So we thought it was
Yeah.
worth it. It was just more the hassle of getting a bottle, which spoilt it
Because
a little
even
bit.
like such as Glass House, where you'd think they would have had the full choice, they didn't.
Oh yeah, and that's the
Yeah. And
Ollie
you remember
Smith,
he went
isn't it, with
off
the
and he
wine,
were like
yeah.
20 minutes for
Yeah.
to get us 1 bottle of wine. He said, I've got to go to the restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, what about the laundrette thing? You use a laundrette a lot, didn't you? So there's
Every other day I went with,
so there's a laundrette on every deck, where there's cabins,
What I do is
which is free, by the way. It's free.
What I do is I take an old pillow slip from home, put in all my dirty washing, and then go in the morning with it over my shoulder. And it's always at yon end of the deck.
What about
Yeah.
there were people like taking the laundry out and just dumping it and then putting theirs
It got
in?
a bit serious after a few days, and there were posts being put up on the what is it, like a group,
Facebook group. wasn't it?
Facebook group, saying there were, you know, a couple of women in there who was like ruling the laundrette rooms. And sort of
Laundrette gate.
Yeah, like they're in charge. And saying that you can use that. They were like, you know, it got a bit vicious.
Yeah, I suppose it's handy though, isn't it? If you want to get your washing done, and you can iron your clothes as well,
Yeah,
can't you?
but I mean, some people were filling up these machines, I think more than one at a time, and then forgetting about them, and then going around, you know, pools. And
Yeah,
it
true.
might, and the
Yeah.
longest wash for about 1 hour, something like that. But
Right.
yeah,
I think that's it, innit? So overall, it was good. We hope
Good,
we
yeah.
hope you enjoyed watching these videos. By the way, we've enjoyed making them. We've had a lot of people subscribe to our channel. We've had some brilliant comments. So thank you very much for watching them. It's, you know, we can't stress it's been a brilliant experience, and we're so pleased that people have enjoyed watching them. All the positive comments, and it's great that people have been watching them. So just please continue to like and subscribe to this channel. It's completely free, it don't cost you anything. You know, free to subscribe.
click the thumbs up.
Yeah, click the notifications bell
Yeah.
so you're notified if any new video goes up on our channel. But no, in seriousness, thank you very much. Thank you for your support. And we're really pleased that people have been watching these videos and that we've had some good comments. So thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So until next time, it's goodbye from the Stanleys.
Yes, it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from him. Goodbye.
So thank you very much. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.